Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another Final Fantasy Prefixes video. Alright, today we're going to be talking about the Veritas of the Frost, Bolt Lord, and also Soul and Dark Fina's upgrades for crowns and stuff like that. So, first of all, like I already mentioned in one of my videos previously, his STMR is not stackable for the flat attack, but you could still equip both if you want more true to wield, I suppose. And his TMR also gives 100% true to wield, so that's something. So he has a 30% ice amp field on a cooldown instead of having to summon for it. So at least it's different. It's different. He has some killers. He absorbs ice, so you could make him to a provoker if you'd like, versus bosses that may just do single target ice attacks. He's 100% cap, of course, as true dual units usually have. 150% low burst damage passive. He has some AoE and also bolting strike, and I'm kind of stretching at this point, kind of like reaching, because there isn't much for him. 25% Katana Imperil in the LB, 35%, 130% Ice Imperil, 330 times Ice physical damage, 24 hits. Okay, and there's just a lot. This is mediocre about him, including 100% Ice Amp is locked to EX2. So you have to invest quite a bit just to get 100% Ice Amp for one ally. He has a low true to wield count, only 200% when his STMR is equipped. You would think they would be more, considering this is the new upgrades of true to wield to 400%, and he still only has 200. So you have to gear quite a bit to get 400% on him. He has no LB mod boost at all, none, zero. Surprising at this point in the game that the unit does not have it, but these are not premium. So these are very lackluster. I'm going to go ahead and put the score out. 6 out of 10, and that's generous at best, because he does have some things like the ice absorb and things like that, but man, this guy is really bland and just mediocre. Well, I don't know why did Veritas of the Frost have to be like a filler unit? I don't understand. Like, people are waiting for this guy, right? A lot of people are waiting for Veritas of the Frost, and then they make him literally a filler unit that will just dilute the pool. Because no one's really going to want to pull for these guys. And then that sends the message to them saying, hey, we probably should stop just making all these Veritas units because no one wants them. Make them good, and people will pull. Seriously, this is just not good. There are so many flaws with this guy. And they just didn't bother caring. So, that back on. And let's move on to the next. Sakura's STMR is just not very good because it's only 500 flat magic. Now we know nowadays that that the dark vision weapons that will be coming eventually that are two-handed will be a lot better than this, because TDH units benefit from the actual, stat of the weapon instead of the flat part on the passive. So it could have 220 magic, that's okay. It could have 500 flat magic, but if there's a two-handed bow with 400 magic, they will actually have more magic with that than with this. So, both sides, 250% Avian and Fairy Killer for one ally. Still haven't given it to everybody yet. 500 or 50% Lightning Imperil Field, just like her Sakura other form had for crowns, except this one you don't have to use crowns on. 200 times mod buff for certain magic stuff. Base form, status amount resistance for all allies. Does this sound familiar to you? It should. Lightning infused amps. The LB, 350% stat buff. 250% LB damage buff. 45% lightning amp. In the Brave Shift form, she has a store buff, quad cast. Oh my goodness, there's not much to say. The LB is 30% bow imperil. Lightning magic damage 250 times, 27 hits, and it's the delayed version of the 27 hits, so it's even worse. Okay, there's a lot of bad things to say. Let's get into it. Just like the other guy, the lightning amp is locked to EX2. Okay. And like I mentioned, just almost a direct copy and paste from so the lightning supports Sakura, the one that we probably have a lot of right now, the Rama one. No LB mod boost at all for her LB. So, and yeah, these units just exist to dilute the enemy pool even more. So when you pull in the newest banner coming soon, I'm sure you're probably gonna pull a few of these, and you're gonna be sad because it's like, why do I buy? Why do these exist? Why do they exist? They can certainly do things. They can certainly do things, but it's just like we have units that can already do these things, and we have them already at EX2, EX3. So why should we be investing in units like this that do pretty much the same thing, but now you got to reinvest in them again? Like, do they think that we're stupid? We're just going to pull for the same units again, or just mediocre units like the previous unit? So let's go ahead and reveal the score here. 6.5, and once again, that's very generous. 6.5. At least she can do some things, but it's like that's a very generous score because it's just like they're not very good. They're just not very good, guys. I'm sorry for all you guys that are fans of Sakura. She continues to get shafted. The previous Sakura was mediocre at best. I tried making her look pretty good, but it was just she's just not very good. So yeah, let's move on to Soul and Dark Fina crowns. So they actually did both sides surprisingly, unlike the Darina and Fina, where they basically only focused on their base form. So both sides, they have higher mods for abilities, much higher, but it's not like it's going to make a huge difference. It's just decent. And quad cast permanently now instead of having to unlock it, which is always a good thing. 240 times mod buff for both sides, of course. And there's also a store buff in there, and lots of flat magic passes. So keep in mind, when you crown these, they're probably never going to get buffs ever again, and they'll stay in the pool forever. So these buffs usually have to be very good. Are they good? Let's find out. So they have no LB upgrades at all, unlike the Rain and Fina that got their LB upgraded. So why couldn't they this unit get their LB upgraded? So they're still stuck at the 150 times tag chain. I guess they thought, oh, it's tag chain, so we don't upgrade it much. No, you still gotta upgrade it. No extra true dual wield, so you have to gear them for 400%, and it won't be very easy to do. Ironically, the new last wall's ST Mart actually will be very good on them because it gives 50% true dual wield, so I guess that's something. And the rest ST Mart, of course, not really that surprising, but I just wanted to add it just in case you were asking or wanting to ask. There's no ST Mart upgrade at all for them. Remember when they used to do Chronicle battles for ST Mart upgrades and stuff? They don't do that anymore. So they're still stuck with their terrible ST Mart that no one ever wants. And so it is what it is on that. So they're pretty decent, but not amazing. I'll probably end up using them at some point for something. And 7.5, just like Rain and Fina got. They're on the cusp of being pretty good and, you know, slottable. But other than that, they're just like, why? You know how old these units are, and how long we've been waiting for crown buffs, and this is what we get. It's pretty good buffs, but it's just like they're just lacking a few things. It'd be nice if they got a little bit extra even. I mean, I think they can reach, you know, 9,000 magic, or maybe even higher with the 400% true dual wield, with all the flat magic that they got. I think they can reach over 9,000, 10,000. But at this point, a lot of mages can reach 9,000, 10,000, so it's not like it's anything too special. And their Brave Shift form, while their tag chaining got upgraded to being more modifiers, their LB and their Brave Shift form is not even worth using anymore unless you really need an Earth Magic finisher, because there's no LB upgrades for it at all, so it's still the same low modifier, and they didn't get any higher Earth amps as well. So it is what it is, guys. Let me know in the comments section down below what you guys think about these units. I want to know what you guys think about them. Do you agree with my reviews? If you don't, let me know in the comment section down below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.